Hey, fellow baby whisperers. Newborn photography. The workout, right?
Oh, yeah.
All that bending and twisting,
Uh,
reaching for the perfect shots, it really takes a toll on our backs.
it does.
So today, we're diving into something that promises to make our lives a little easier and hopefully a lot less painful. The Newborn Photography Posing Table 2.0 from newbornstudioprops.com. Now, before you think this is a sales pitch, hold on. I'm going straight to the source. Real photographers who've actually used this posing table
That's right.
to see what they have to say about it.
Good.
And let me tell you, there are some fascinating insights in these reviews.
Absolutely. I think one of the things that really jumps out is just how much this posing table is addressing a major pain point for newborn photographers. And it's not just about comfort, although that seems to be a huge factor. People are talking about improved workflow, increased professionalism, and even unexpected perks they didn't anticipate.
Yeah. Let's unpack this a little bit. One of the big themes that keeps popping up is the switch from a beanbag to the posing table. I mean, the beanbag's been the go-to for so long. So what's driving this shift? We see Charlotte Gamache, for example. She specifically mentions how she can now sit comfortably with her legs under the table while posing, instead of straddling a beanbag,
Right.
which, let's be honest, can get pretty uncomfortable after a while.
That's a really crucial difference. I think beanbags, by their very nature, require you to contort your body in ways that can lead to strain and discomfort over time. But a posing table elevates the baby to a height that allows for a much more ergonomic working posture. It's about creating a workspace that supports your body, not fights against it.
Totally. And it's not just back pain, right? Cassandra Langley mentions how the table has helped with her knee pain, which was aggravated by her previous beanbag setup.
It seems like this table is offering relief for a range of physical challenges that photographers face. Yeah, for sure. And I think that speaks to a growing awareness within the photography community about the importance of ergonomics and self-care. We're finally starting to acknowledge that photography, especially specialized fields like newborn photography, can be physically demanding. And we need the right tools to support our bodies so we can have long and healthy careers.
Absolutely. I mean, our bodies are our tools, right?
That's right.
So we're seeing a clear ergonomic advantage with the posing table. But what about the impact on the actual photography process? The reviews are full of comments about how the table has improved workflow and efficiency. Mandy Lannert, in her review, simply says, "This has solved all of my newborn struggles." Now, that's a pretty bold statement. What exactly is she referring to?
Well, when you look at the reviews as a whole, it seems like the posing table is streamlining a lot of the fiddly aspects of newborn photography. Photographers are talking about faster setup times, easier transitions between poses, and a more organized workflow overall.
So instead of wrestling with a beanbag
Mm-hmm.
that's constantly shifting or trying to prop the baby up at just the right angle, they have a stable, dedicated surface that they can work with. It's almost like having an extra pair of hands, right?
Exactly.
They're not worrying about, is the baby safe? Is the baby comfortable? You can really focus on getting that shot.
And that frees up their mental energy to focus on the creative aspects of the shoot, composing the shot,
Yeah.
connecting with the baby, and capturing those precious expressions.
And that brings us to another interesting point that emerges from these reviews. The impact of the posing table on client perception. Mary Ann Blay mentions how she felt a folding table wasn't professional enough when clients were spending thousands of dollars on her services.
Right.
Now, that's an interesting angle. It's not just about how the table makes the photographer feel. It's about the message it sends to the client.
Absolutely. And it's about creating an experience that aligns with the value you're offering. Clients are investing in more than just photos. They're investing in an experience, a level of expertise, and a sense of trust. And the right equipment can play a role in conveying that professionalism. And it's not just about the look, it's also about safety.
Exactly. When clients see a dedicated posing table, they understand that you're serious about safety and have invested in the right tools to handle their precious little ones.
Absolutely.
Speaking of practicality, there are so many little details in these reviews that really highlight how much thought went into the design of this posing table. Photographers are raving about the storage pockets, the fact that it folds up compactly, and even the removable center pillow. What's so special about this pillow?
Well, it seems to be a game changer for versatility. Photographers are using it to create these unique poses. Some even mention that it's compatible with posing bowls. And that extra layer of cushioning can help keep babies comfy and secure during the session.
That makes sense. So, we've covered a lot of ground here: ergonomics, workflow professionalism, even those clever little details. But I'm curious, are there any potential downsides or challenges that photographers are mentioning. After all, no piece of equipment is perfect, right?
Right. Well, some photographers do point out the initial investment. A professional posing table is undoubtedly more expensive than a beanbag or a DIY solution.
That's true. But I'm wondering if it's helpful to think about it as an investment rather than an expense, especially when you consider the potential cost of not having the right equipment. I mean, think about the risk of accidents, potential injuries, the impact that could have on your business.
You've hit on a crucial point. It's about weighing short-term costs against long-term benefits. A professional posing table is built to last, with sturdy construction and high-quality materials. And many reviewers mentioned explicitly that it's a worthwhile investment that will pay off for years to come.
Not to mention the potential savings on things like chiropractor appointments
Yeah.
or lost time due to inefficient workflows. But besides the cost, are there any other drawbacks that photographers should be aware of?
A few reviewers mention a slight learning curve. Getting used to using a posing table and figuring out how to best incorporate it into your workflow, it does take some practice.
I guess that's to be expected, though, with any new piece of equipment.
Right.
It's not just going to magically solve all your problems overnight. You need to put in the time to master it and really see the benefits.
Exactly. And a couple of photographers note that the table, even when folded, requires more storage space than a beanbag. So if you have a very limited studio space, yeah, it's something to consider.
That's a valid point.
Yeah.
But, the article we have here actually highlights the portability as the newborn photography posing table 2.0. It's designed to fold up compactly and can even fit in the back seat of a small car.
Oh, wow. That's a major advantage, especially for photographers who do on-location shoots, It opens up a lot of possibilities and eliminates the hassle of transporting bulky equipment.
So we've got portability covered. But let's shift gears for a moment and talk about something that I find really fascinating: the unexpected benefits that photographers are discovering. These are the things that go beyond the basic features and really speak to the impact this posing table is having on their work.
Yeah. One thing that keeps popping up is how the table allows them to achieve more creative poses and angles. They're not limited by the shape or instability of a beanbag.
That makes sense. When you have a stable, adjustable surface, it opens up a whole new world of possibilities. It's like having a blank canvas that you can tailor to your vision.
And several photographers mention how the table's height is perfect for working while seated, which is a huge bonus for ergonomics and comfort.
Yes. It's all about finding that sweet spot where both the baby and the photographer are comfortable and supported.
And speaking of comfort, the reviews consistently praise the overall quality and craftsmanship of the table. Photographers appreciate the sturdy construction, the smooth finish, the attention to detail. It's clear that this posing table is built to last.
Something that really strikes me about these reviews is the sense of joy and excitement that comes through. Photographers are talking about this posing table like it's a game changer, a revelation even. It's like they've rediscovered their passion for newborn photography.
Absolutely. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Finding the tools that make you excited to do what you do, tools that help you tap into your creativity and produce your best work.
And based on these reviews, it seems like the newborn photography posing table 2.0 is doing just that for a lot of photographers. It's addressing their pain points, exceeding their expectations, and even sparking a renewed sense of enthusiasm for their craft. But I'm wondering, is there anything else we can glean from these reviews?
There's one more point I think is worth highlighting. Many photographers mention the sense of community that surrounds this posing table. They're sharing tips, offering encouragement, and celebrating each other's successes. It's like this shared experience of using this table has created a bond within the newborn photography community.
That's a beautiful observation. It really speaks to the power of shared passion and the supportive nature of the photography world.
And it reinforces the idea that the tools we use can be more than just objects. They can be catalysts for connection, creativity, and even joy.
It's really amazing to see how this posing table is fostering a sense of community among newborn photographers. And it's not just limited to studio photographers either. We see Stephanie Zuniga, a trial photographer. She mentions how the posing table has been a lifesaver for her. She talks about how it's compact enough to transport easily and allows her to create a professional setup in clients' homes.
That's a great point. The portability of this table really expands its potential applications. It's no longer just a studio tool. It's something that you can take with you on location and still maintain that same level of professionalism and quality.
And speaking of quality, several reviewers mention how the posing table has actually helped them improve the quality of their images. They talk about achieving more consistent results, better angles, and even developing a more recognizable style.
It makes sense when you think about it. When you're not struggling with a wobbly beanbag or contorting your body into awkward positions, you can focus more on the artistry of the shot. You have more control, more precision,
Yeah.
and ultimately more creative freedom.
So it's not just about the physical benefits, it's about the creative benefits as well. It's about creating an environment where both the photographer and the baby can feel comfortable and relaxed,
Yeah.
which ultimately leads to better images.
Exactly. And when you're feeling confident and in control, that translates into a more positive experience for everyone involved, including the parents.
Listening to all these positive reviews, it's tempting to think that this posing table is some kind of magical solution to all of our newborn photography woes. But let's be realistic, it's still a tool. And like any tool, it takes skill and practice to use it effectively.
Absolutely. The posing table won't magically transform you into a master newborn photographer overnight. You still need to develop your posing techniques, your lighting skills, and your overall artistic vision.
But it seems like this posing table can be a powerful tool to help you achieve those goals. It can streamline your workflow, improve your ergonomics, and even boost your confidence. And based on the overwhelmingly positive feedback from real photographers, it's definitely worth considering if you're looking to elevate your newborn photography.
It's all about finding the tools that empower you to do your best work. And for many newborn photographers, the Newborn Photography Posing Table 2.0 seems to be that tool. If you're intrigued and want to learn more, you can head over to newbornstudioprops.com to check out all the details and see if it might be the perfect addition to your photography arsenal.
And with that, we'll wrap up our deep dive into the world of newborn posing tables. We hope you found this exploration insightful and perhaps even a little inspiring. Until next time, happy shooting.